Good evening and welcome. I'm Vincent Makori. This is Africa 54. First to Guinea, where political tensions are rising ahead of a presidential election. At least 80 people were injured during fighting over the weekend between rival political groups. The riots pitted supporters of President Alpha Conde's rally of the Guinean People Party against those of his main rival, Cellou Dalein Diallo of the Union of Democratic Forces of Guinea. Guinea, a former French colony, has a long history of ethnic tensions. In a statement, the European Union described the election campaign as extremely tense and called on all sides to refrain from violence. Now, for some perspective, Vincent Foucher, an analyst with the International Crisis Group, joins us via Skype from Dakar, Senegal. Mr. Foucher, welcome to Africa 54.
Thanks.
Now, first, from your understanding, what is really behind the skirmishes that we witnessed over the weekend?
Well, there was in the campaign, the president of Conde himself became president of the Commission, and his supporters felt confident enough to apparently try and force everybody into stopping their businesses, including there are many Fula who are shopkeepers throughout Guinea, and the Fula tend to be favorable to the leading opposition party, and so Alpha Conde's supporters tried to have them close shop, and this did not go well, and there were skirmishes, there were shots exchanged, and there were, as the news reported, there were several dozen people wounded.
Now, we know that one of the issues in the upcoming election is that the opposition feels that there are going to be irregularities for sure. What makes them think so?
Well, if you look at the record, the past two elections in 2010 and 2013, which were pretty much the first competitive elections in Guinea's post-colonial history, those two elections were very disputed, very controversial. If you read the reports from the serious electoral observations missions, for instance, those of the European Union and the African Union, the number of irregularities and improprieties and problems that they quote is actually immense. So there's the opposition has got some reasons to be concerned.
Now, the opposition would want this election to be postponed until those issues are rectified. If the elections are not postponed, what do you think as the prospect for an election come next Monday?
Well, if you look at Guinea's past history, it seems that violence is actually stronger during the campaign than on election day or after election day, and I think we're still not very clear. The regime has been actually pretty good at fending off protests, mass protests by the opposition, which they tried to organize earlier this year to try and get the government to give some more, to make some more gestures in terms of electoral transparency. So it seems that whatever mobilization there is, and there might be, the regime is actually prepared to face it, and it's not even sure that mobilization will be that strong. I think the context of the campaign is what matters. You've got militants during the campaign who are eager to show to their leaders that they are ready and doing the work, and people get a bit excited. But I think on election day things should be calmer, and I'm not that worried. I mean, certainly anything that can be done to appease right now, I think it would be very welcome. I think it's important that the authorities make as much as they can, and certainly a delay would help to improve things a bit. Again, the number of controversial points is still very, very high. But at the same time, I'm not sure, even though there is an ethnic element in Guinean politics, I'm not sure how enthused all Guineans are about, ethnic mobilization.
And we know anyway, it's just a few days away. Let's hope some wise decision will be made and lives will be preserved. Thanks a lot, Mr. Foucher, for your perspectives.
You're welcome.
And now that is Vincent Foucher, an analyst with the International Crisis Group, who joined us via Skype from Dakar, Senegal.